first round here. Who knew we would see this magic happen in front of us? And Tasca blazes the tires, and Austin Prock, low AT of the meet, 392.1, 327 miles an hour, a 49 reaction time. That is all of it. A slam dunk from the three-point line for Austin Prock.
Austin, your third Wally in Funny Car is one I'm sure you won't forget in your entire lifetime. At the top end in Bristol, you said you were living your dream. John Force was a believer in that dream. Where will that Wally go?
It's going straight to the hospital to John Force. Well, shit, I hope he's out, actually, but, well, I'll find out. But this is definitely dedicated to John Force. My grandpa told me before I left, he said, go get a Wally, and we definitely did that. 374s back in the winner's circle, and that's really special. So I finally got my stuff together on the starting line there, chopped the tree down, and they gave me a fast Prock rocket there. So God bless, and thank the Lord for keeping John Force safe today.
Wow! And Doug Coletta is going to roar down the left side of the racetrack. 375.9, a beautiful run for Doug Coletta, the quickest run of eliminations at 333 miles an hour. Langdon was out on him by 5 thousandths and then up in smoke.
And his third Wally of the season is going in the hands of our reigning champ, Doug Coletta. And Doug, in 9 races, Coletta Motorsports now owns 5 Wallies, you with 3 of them. How unstoppable is this operation right now?
Yeah, we've definitely all worked very hard at Chad Head and Connie, and yeah, we're just real proud of what Connie's put together for us here. And yeah, it's bragging rights, I guess, at the shop. You know, my Mac Tools, Toyota RevCam guys. You know, Alan Johnson, everybody, really hell of a job today. Just going rounds, you know, it was so hot, obviously, and you know, we had this rain delay and all, but yeah, it was just a great weekend for all of us.
The Pep Boys drone shows us the starting line. Glenn appears to have a much better move early. You watched him begin to drive away. The 007 reaction time isn't going to hurt things. And at the finish line, it is Aaron Stanfield. 661.4 beats a 661.7. Stanfield wins the drag race by a very slim margin. And that one goes to Elite Motorsport.
Brian, just prior to this interview, we pulled Aaron Stanfield aside. His baby girl was holding the Wally that is in his hand. I can't imagine there is a better feeling than seeing that. After 2 runner-up finishes, you're now holding the Wally. How will this further kickstart your season?
These things are hard to win right here, but I got my wife and my baby girl here with me this weekend, and it's pretty special to see. She can see why Daddy's gone all the time, so it's very special. But I was blessed with a wonderful opportunity to represent JHG this year, and thank you to Jason and Nikki Johnson. We're going to have another Wally coming back to Nashville, and thank you to Melling. Thank you to Joe Janik, all the guys at Elite Motorsports. These guys worked their tail off on this hot rod today. It was hot, it was wet, and man, it's special. It's hard to put into words, and all I can say is these things are hard to win, so enjoy them while they're here. And Travis, we finally got that first win.
See Eddie Krawick, the crew chief for Richard Gatson, inviting.
I like Gatson. Gatson said, yeah, I'm here too.
I like it. Inviting Gage Herrera to stage first. They both lead with exactly the same reaction time, 22 and 22. And for the 10th time straight, Gage Herrera has claimed a Wally. 675.5 beats a 678.6. Tony, this is the most astonishing streak this sport has seen in 4 decades.
And Brian, his team has made it up here to celebrate this streak as well. Brian Loans called this an astonishing streak that we haven't seen in drag racing in over 4 decades. How do you describe the ride that you're on, Gage?
It's hard to describe it. I mean, it doesn't seem real to me. I mean, that was an awesome final, you know, for whole Vance Hines, Motul, Revzil, Suzuki. You know, just all of Vance Hines. I mean, me and Richard had the same light off the line, and can't ask for a better race like that, but all Vance Hines final. But to get 10 straight wins and now, you know, hold that record, that national record and all that, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to cry on camera, but it's just crazy. I never would have thought, you know, my name would have been in any type of history book, and it's just amazing. So it's time to celebrate tonight. It's gonna be good for whole Vance Hines, and not only that, but me. So this was probably the biggest monkey of all, and I'm glad it's off my back. Thank you.
The final 2 cars of the return of NHRA to Virginia. They're full in, they're staged, they're off. Ricky Smith has got 600s in the bank. Watch the top of the scoreboard. 5.702. Ricky Smith goes 5.702, 253 for the win.
With Ricky Smith on the top end here, his 21st national event win, your 18th in Pro Modified. And for somebody who went into the Hall of Fame this year, did you ever believe this would be a moment you would have again in your career?
I never thought I could win another race, you know, at 70 years old. I'm just so proud of the people that's behind me. I got like Richard Bell, Steve Vick, and main of all, Parkway Ford, Junior Michael Van. Y'all just don't understand. I wouldn't even made the last 3 years out here without him. He has supported me. He didn't have to do this. It's awesome, man. I mean, my wife's here, Tommy, Chad, which is my main man. I got Richard here, my wife. People, I don't even know what to say. I'm usually crying. I'm overexcited. Right now, I don't even know if it's hit me. Out of all the races I've won, how I pulled this race off here, because we wouldn't even qualified to the last run. Thank God. Thank NHRA. Thank Parkway Ford. That's all I can say, baby. Thank y'all. I love you. Whoa!
Weldon, pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
The number 1 and 2 qualifiers raced in Top Fuel. The number 2 qualifier got the win. We got the number 1 and 2 qualifiers coming at you here in Competition Eliminator. Joe Carnichial on the left side, qualified number 1, the 6-cylinder Cavalier. Michelle Costa, they call her the Ladybug, qualified number 2, the 4-cylinder half a Hemi. A little Mopar sitting out in front of her. 2 cars that have a total of 10 cylinders split between them. Handicap style racing, but in comp, you just have to turn it green and get there first. You do not get disqualified or penalized for a breakout in comp. Carnichial out of Rhode Island, Michelle out of New Jersey. Handicap's going to go to the V6. Well, I mean, look at the little Roadster. That thing, the Roadster weighs so much, like 2 of us could pick it up if we wanted to. It's weight per cubic inch is how you determine Comp Eliminator. And they're easing them into the beams. Got to be green, and then just got to get there. Both drivers get away on the green. The little 6-cylinder, huffing and puffing, racing down to the finish line. Michelle tracking him down with the alternate. Can she get him? She cannot. 894, 151 miles an hour. Joe Carnichial was going to get there no matter what. Michelle Costa runs 817. She was catching him. And plus, more than a Christmas tree with a little 283. Here comes PJ. That's green. Here comes Atkinson. That's green as well. Wheels up and on the chase. The Chevelle's holding on, but here comes the Camaro. Closing in. Jeff Atkinson by 2 thousandths of a second. 0.28. Look at him celebrating down on the starting line. Atkinson going to take that one. It's been an interesting weekend for all of the Lucas competitors. We started on Friday because of the format we ran with the pros this weekend. They ran 2 qualifying sessions, 2 round of eliminations on Friday. Came back, made a couple of rounds yesterday morning. And then we're off track until later this afternoon. Cody had the bye run, the free time run. Let's see if that'll help him in the Corvette here as they're both away on the green. Cody Phillips, he's looking over. You can see him down there. He's looking over. He's not catching me. No, he's not. 10:37 for the win, 126 miles an hour. Team Phillips got a trophy going back to the body shop as the Corvette makes it happen. 941 on a 941. Cliff ran dead on the dial. I mean, he lives in Ashland. He lives close enough he can almost drive the dragster home. Can he keep the trophy here in Virginia? Or will Amanda take it north? Her Pennsylvania office. 8.9 seconds is the magic number. green for both. Finish line stripe. It's going to be Anthony. Wow, double 0-2 dead 7. That's no way to treat a lady. Amanda Boychesko, 13 on the tree, locked out. Down the little 632 and put it on the 990. Red light start. Don goes too thou, too soon. Keith Mayers goes home with the hardware for the 4th time. And dropping the laundry doing it. He'll have the stereo thumping in the winner's circle, I guarantee you. A car that he built in his own garage. Puts up quads, 888. Breakout doesn't matter. Once that red light came on, and Don Knobloch will be thinking about 0.02 of a second all the way back. One last breath and roll them forward. They're in. They're set. They are green. Couple of big blocks. Emptying the bottles on the way down to the finish line stripe. Winlight is coming on for the Sand Flea. Sandy Wilkins, 6:56 for the win. Jeff Brooks was double 0-5 on reaction time, and he broke out.